Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector, and it's been a pretty solid day. Ran 4 miles, so I'm feeling really good. I thought I would feel like more tired than I actually am, but because it's been a while since I've done that type of a distance, but got a lot of good cardio in. All that being said, today is the day where I picked up the second half of a haul that I negotiated right before the new year started. I picked up the first half and showed you all a good chunk of the games that came in that first haul. I've traded a good chunk of those games away, and here are the games that were left from the initial portion of that haul. And so here now, I've recently picked up the second portion of that haul, and I'm going to go through with you everything that I picked up. It was a lot of stuff. So let's dive right in. So included in the haul was a PlayStation 2. This is the fat PlayStation 2 with an original PlayStation 2 controller. I've got a bunch of PlayStation 2 controllers, but I will be cleaning this one up. The console itself is a bit dusty. It did come with this Guitar Hero dongle, I believe is what this is. I haven't seen one of these in forever. As you can see, the dust buildup right there. But it did come with one of the Guitar Hero dongles for the PlayStation 2. Also has these like in-tech memory cards and some of these other dongles that go along with it as well. It also had a memory card there, so a really clean part of the deal. Was glad to see a PlayStation 2. I have a few PlayStation 2s already, so this PlayStation 2 will probably go up for sale at some point. I got to plug it in, make sure it runs good. And then we'll get into some of the games that I picked up that were doubles. So included in the bundle was Rogue Galaxy. This is a game that I actually already have, so this is actually a double for me. This will definitely go into the sale or trade bin. I'll use that as trade bait. Also came with a copy of Beautiful Joe, and all of these are complete in box with the manual. And for the most part, they're all in pretty much 8 out of 10 condition as well, so pretty good stuff there. But Beautiful Joe is also going to be a double for me. I already have a copy of Beautiful Joe. So this will definitely go into the sell bin for me as well. And then we'll get into another double that they had there, which was this copy of SNK versus Capcom 2. This is another one that I already have in my collection, so I don't need another copy. This too will go into the bin to be sold. And now we can get into, oh, wait, nope, there's one more. I think there's one more double that we had in here. And that is this copy of Tatsunoko versus Capcom 2. My copy is sealed. I had, like, way back in the day, I had an unsealed copy that I would play. Then I picked up a sealed copy. That copy's been sealed for some time. So having a loose copy is actually going to be cool. I can actually pop this in and go a few rounds. So this is one that I'm glad to have. This one's actually going to be staying in the collection. And then next up, we have the games that are new to the collection. So first is Naruto Clash of the Ninja. Never really had any of these types of Naruto games. I only have a few of them on the Xbox 360, so this one will be interesting to check out. If I like it, I'll keep it. If not, it will be used for trade bait. Next up is Guilty Gear 2 Overture. This one kind of gives me Dynasty Warriors vibes, so I'm interested to see what this one looks like. Glad to check that one out. We'll go ahead and pick that and get into some of that as well. Next up, we have Unlimited Saga. This is I love the cover art on this game. Let's just start there. It kind of reminds me of Romancing Saga, which I really like the cover art on Romancing Saga. These Saga games look really cool to me. I think it's the colors and everything like that. I just like the way the artwork looks. But this, I believe, is an RPG. Not sure if I'm gonna keep this one. I picked up, like I said, I picked up a bunch of other RPGs. This guy like really liked his, or either he might have been just getting rid of his RPGs because there's a lot of RPGs in the haul, but this one was included as well. So Romancing Saga. Then you have Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance for the PlayStation 2. So this was actually interesting to see in the haul. This one was really cool to see, Okami. So this is Okami for the PlayStation 2, one of the original Okami games. And you know, it's weird, but Okami, everything Okami has been going up ever since the announcement of the sequel to Okami. I've been seeing copies of this game go for like $60 on PlayStation 2. It's crazy. I don't, you know, it's wild. But yeah, Okami was included in that haul. I think this one was complete too. Yeah, complete copy of Okami, so really cool to see that. We have another RPG here. This is by NIS. So Phantom Brave. Very interesting one here. Kind of like a dual disc. A lot of these RPGs, they come with like the disc and then a soundtrack, which I think is cool. Suikoden Tactics also came with a soundtrack. So this was cool to see. Phantom Brave on the PlayStation 2. Very, very interesting one. Glad to have that. Tales of Symphonia, this one I am going to keep. I actually ordered a copy of this game from GameStop last year, and when it did come with the case and the games, but no manual. But the problem was that when the game came, they gave me 2 copies of, I think, disc 1. They never sent me disc 2. So this was actually complete. So glad to see this. This is an RPG that looks like I probably can get into just because it's really simple. A pretty simple RPG. So this one was cool to see and have in the collection. Next up, we got we're going a little bit more retro now, but before we do, we'll show this DS game. So Golden Sun. I actually had a very clean copy of Golden Sun in my collection before. I actually had a sealed copy of Golden Sun before in my collection, and I wound up trading that away at the beginning of the year. So this was interesting to get and see. Added this one to the collection. Next up, we had Bart, The Simpsons, Bart's Nightmare. This one was also a pretty cool pickup on the Super Nintendo. This one was added to the collection as well. And then we'll end off with some Dreamcast and PlayStation 1 games. So first up, we have Fatal Fury. So Fatal Fury on the Dreamcast, Mark of the Wolves. I've played Fatal Fury on the Sega Genesis back in the day. This one was actually pretty interesting to see. So snagged that one up as well. And then King of Fighters Evolution. Don't know if I'll keep this one. I'm not a huge King of Fighters fan. Not the biggest, King of Fighters guy, but I will give this one a run, see what it's about, see how it holds up. But this will probably get traded away. I think I've got all the fighters I need for the Dreamcast, so not sure if I'll keep that one. And then the last game in the haul was this gem here, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on the PlayStation 1. Now, this is pretty rare to see, I'm not gonna lie. To see a copy of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is really, really tough. I'm gonna test this one out and make sure that it works, but this is probably the most expensive one that came in the haul. I'm not super blown away because I do have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on the Dreamcast. I prefer playing games like this on the Dreamcast. I just feel like they look and sound a little bit better. Although PlayStation 1 did have some good sound, so I'm not going to play the PlayStation 1 version. But I've seen copies of this game go for like $270, so that's pretty darn wild. I don't think I need 2 copies of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so this one may get sold as well. But overall, I would say just in the haul, the games that I'm really just the most excited about having in the collection and playing is definitely going to be Tales of Symphonia. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I was glad to have an original copy of Okami back in the collection as well. I'm interested to check out some of these RPGs, right? So like Unlimited Saga and Phantom Brave. I'm interested just to see what those RPGs are about. Guilty Gear Overture was an interesting one to me, just because, like I said, it was giving Dynasty Warriors vibes. And then just having the PlayStation 2 was really cool as well. So a lot of good stuff to put in the war chest for just trades and everything like that. And then just starting the year off pretty strong. Just looking forward to being able to kind of trade some of these away, possibly to get some Switch stuff maybe as we come out of January and go into February and just see where the year takes us. So let me know down in the comments which of these titles stood out to you the most, and I'll catch you in the next video. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.